In this video, I'm going to show you how to evaluate a function from its graph. So when you evaluate a function, what you're doing is you're finding the output given a specific input. And when you're doing it from a graph, you're going to take your input, find it on the x-axis, and then find the point that corresponds to that input on the graph. Once you find the point, then you can go ahead and find the y value. And I'm going to use this straight edge to kind of show you how that works. So here we have a graph, and I did put the function in symbolic notation here, but remember, we're going to evaluate it from the graph, even though we could plug the number into the function. So here's my graph. I want to find f of -1. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and find -1 on the x-axis. Remember, the x-axis is your input. That's where your input comes from. So I find -1. Now I'm going to draw a line or extend a vertical line until I hit the graph right there at that point. What is the y value at that point? Well, this point has an x value of -1, right? You find -1 on the x-axis, then you extend a vertical line until you hit the spot on your graph, and then you go horizontally over, well, to find the vertical value or the height of that point. So that point is -1, and then the height is at 1. So that's your y value, okay? So f of -1, x is your input, that's -1. Your output is your y value, so that is 1. Now, if I want to find f of 2, I find 2 on the x-axis, and now the point that corresponds to 2 is right here. You locate you have a vertical line here that represents x equal 2, and you hit the graph right there. That point has a y value of -1. Okay, so you're at 2, -1. And so your output then is -1. Remember, y is your output, x is your input. So here, I want to find g of -1. So I find -1 on the x-axis, and then I draw a vertical line, and it's going to hit this point right here on the graph. That has an x value of -1 and a y value of 3. So this point right here is -1, 3. Your input is -1, your output is 3. Finally, we have g of 2 that we're looking for. So I go to 2. Here's 1, here's 2 on the x-axis. Now, where is the point on the graph? Well, it's right there on the x-axis. What is the y value on the x-axis? Well, the y value, here's the origin. The y value on the x-axis is 0. So g of 2 is 0.